Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and as you can see, I may have bought a new daily, because, we had the Ram, we had the F-250, which has since been converted into a F-450 in some certain respect or another. Now, whether or not that will be returned to being an F-250 or not in the future remains to be seen. Either way, I figured a Titan would be a nice, sensible daily. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe I should go ahead and modify the crap out of it and essentially ruin it in terms of being a good daily. But you know what? Just because it's modified doesn't mean it can't be a good daily. So, you know what? We're going to fire this thing up. We're going to take it down to the shop. We're going to do a full build on it. And then we're going to probably go have some fun with it. I think I want this thing to be sort of in the realm where I can use it for some lighter work, maybe some light towing. But also, I want to be able to take it out and take it on, like, proper full-on adventures. Starts right up. The cool thing is that even in its basically stock form, apart from the fact that this particular one has been solid axle swapped, in its standard form, it actually is still a really good looking truck. I actually really dig it in this color too. Now, the interior is one of the coolest parts about this truck. I mean, look at the fully modeled dash, the camera right there on the touch screen. I mean, it is absolutely incredible in terms of interior. Now, making our way down to the shop, by the way, this thing also sounds sick, but making our way down to the shop, I'm definitely thinking I want to go at it from the standpoint of a, lifted truck that's also functional, so probably not necessarily going to do, really big, SEMA truck style wheels, but more probably a setup that's got a really thick sidewall on a really tall tire. So let's make our way down into the shop and see what we can do with this thing. Now, I already know, hey, there's the Dodge and the Ford, but no, I already know where we're going to take this thing to have some fun with it, so let's get it inside the garage, and I'm thinking we're going to probably start out with throwing a performance tune on the engine, and let's see, performance tune, we'll probably do the highway transmission, though, because I'm going to need the extra speed out here, of course, on the main roads, but fortunately, that highway gearbox also has the lower ranges that we can use off-road. So let's see, we've got a tow kit, a flex kit, and a lift kit. I'm thinking that for the general uses that we're going to be doing with this truck, I think the lift kit will be a really good choice, because if we go with the flex kit, it's going to be a lot softer, which is going to be better off-road, but at the same time, it won't work all that well for towing trailers. So the lift kit might be a nice in-between between the tow kit and the flex kit. Now, we're on some 33-inch BFG ATs on stock wheels right now, and what I'd really like to do is I'd really like to go to a wider offset wheel and go up a little bit in tire size. So we're on 33s right now, and those are actually a little bit wider offset as well, while still being a 33. But I think I want to see how far it'll let me go up in terms of tire size. Now, let's see. We're still, honestly, still in 33s. And let's see. Good God. Yo, look at these Maxxis Razors. Those look sick. Now, those are 33s, and then it goes up to a 35. Now, the 35s definitely look a lot better, although we're going to have to make some adjustments to the bumper setup in order to run the 35s. So, let's go ahead and scroll on down to 35s with wider up. Ooh, whoa, we got 39s available? Jeez, dude. Okay. Well, let's hope that this lift kit is active, because we're going to need it to be. I want the wide offset, but we're going to change out those deep dish style wheels for something a lot more function related. Holy smokes, those look gigantic on this thing. Those look absolutely huge. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with well, I don't know. I go back and forth on it. I like the 39s, though. I like them a lot. I really do dig them. Let's throw the hitch on the back, because we are going to need to use it for some functionality as well. Let's see. Should we throw the roof rack up there? I mean, I do like the roof rack. I do really dig the idea of having all of those extra supplies up top. So let's do the amp steps, which, by the way, those are made by Roro Customs, and they are fully functional. They're animated. They're absolutely insane when it comes to quality and detail. Tail lights, we've already got those there. Let's see, bed liner. We could swap it out for a flatbed, a ute tray, a utility bed, but I'm going to leave the standard bed on there right now. Moonroof, which also is functional. Hood, which is also functional, but I can actually take it off, and you can see the Nissan V8 in there, which is actually pretty freaking cool as well. Roof lights, let's see. I'm going to put the circular lights up there because they actually seem to interface pretty well with the roof rack. Grill-wise, we got a lot of different custom grills in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do the blacked out stock grill with the LEDs behind it, and I'll show you guys what that does once we get outside of the garage. I'm going to black out the trim, and then the headlights, just leave the LED headlights, front fenders. We're going to do a set of, let's see, wide cut. I'm going back and forth, you know what I mean? I'm going real back and forth on this. I think I'm going to do some wide cut fenders. And then rear bumper, let's do the, we could do a tube bumper. We're going to need the clearance, or at least it's going to be nice to have the clearance. Let's say, well, actually, custom bumper 1 is definitely a nice in-between. So now tailgate, we'll leave that there. Rear fenders, again, we're going to do probably wide and cut. And then interior trim, we could do chrome, blacked out, or body colored. I'm going to do blacked out in this particular build, and then we might do something a little bit different in the future. Could do the chase rack. Ooh, the bed cover looks pretty cool. Look at that overland bed rack, though. That's awesome. I mean, I do still want to be able to put stuff in the bed, like an ATV or something, so I'm not going to put that there just yet. But let's see. Going to take the bumper trim off. And then I'm going to throw probably I like the tube bumper a lot. Like, I really, really, really like the tube bumper. We could also do a cut version of the stock bumper, but I think for our purposes, I think actually, I really like that custom bumper as well. I might do you know what? I think I'm going to do the LP tube bumper. I like that bumper a lot, actually. Now, we've got a massive amount of wheels to choose from, but these right here, they're kind of an AEV-style wheel. They look really, really good. There's also a Method Race wheel. There's a Fuel Zephyr, and I'm probably going to go with the Method Race wheel on this build. I just wanted to look through all the rest of my options, but I think the Method Race wheel is definitely going to be the move. Now, in terms of colors, I really like the way it looks in red, but I also am kind of digging maybe like a blue, especially if it's like a brighter blue. So, I don't know, man. I go back and forth on all of these different colors, but I might even want kind of like a tan, but I don't think that's an option at the present moment in time. I like the yellow. I like the orange, but again, I'm like, I find myself wanting to put like a tan color on this truck, and I'm not quite sure if that's an option. I do like the darker red, though. The darker red, oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty freaking awesome. So let's also go ahead and throw the bubble dar up there on the dash. And now we're going to leave the garage in our new daily for the first time. And it's apparently nighttime. Let's go and fix that real quick. Yes, there we go. And have no fear, though, I will show you guys what the lights do. But look at this thing. This thing is sick. Now, the 39s definitely look a little bit more proportionally correct when you have the suspension in high mode. But, oh God, look at that hitch. That's a lot of hitch. Like, that's a lot of hitch. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just a lot of hitch. But it's definitely just a little bit smaller than, you know, the Ram 3500, the F450. And I think it's just the right size to be the perfect in-between for a truck that you can, you know, you can use day-to-day, but you can also take on adventures. Let's go and give it a quick look from the inside. Oh, you can see the hitch in the camera. LOL. All right. Now, I love the fact that, once again, we've got that radar unit up top, and we can use it for some light exploring. And really, at the end of the day, I mean, I think that this truck, in the setup that it's in right now, especially with the particular suspension kit that we have, this suspension kit is not, you know, anything over the top and crazy. It's literally an in-between between the tow kit and the flex kit, and so it does have a little bit of that, you know, a little bit of that articulation, a little bit of that off-road flex capability, but it's also still able to tow some moderate to, you know, some light to moderate amounts of weight. Now, I'm thinking that once I make my way down towards the swamp area, I may venture down in there. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the best idea, though. This thing is super easy to drive. It's super easy to drive. I say that as I, like, drift across 4 lanes of traffic. Oh, there we go. It's easy to recover it, though. Like, legitimately, it's super easy to recover it. You can see where someone smashed through the barrier right there. I don't know if I want to... I definitely want to go ahead and run the radar here, though. So let's go ahead and activate the radar. Boom. And what goes up, discovered, apparently. All right. So let's see. Did that reveal the... Oh, okay. So that's all over there by these houses and stuff like that. But it did reveal in nearly the entire swamp. What are you? What are you? And what are you doing out there? Bro, that truck is, like, completely and totally, like, non-selectable. That must mean that that truck is totally and entirely dependent on a task that I have not done yet, which, you know, task or contract that I have not done yet, and that's entirely okay. Like, that's completely fine. Now, part of me wonders, though, if venturing down into that swamp could be a good idea, and I'm honestly kind of feeling like doing it because I really want to see what this thing's capabilities are like. All right, let me make my way down through... Whoa! Easy. Not bad. Not bad at all. Come on, there we go. There we go. Well, that's not gone very well for you, has it, bud? Not really. Can I squeeze through there? I might be able to... Oh, geez. That crank is, jumping around like nobody's business and makes me moderately to highly concerned, and I kind of want to get away from it as quickly as humanly possible. Hey, so far, though, I mean, it's absolutely ripping through the swamp. Wow, that's, like... That's really, really good. I mean, that's honestly better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, this thing is going to be an awesome multi-purpose scout, especially with that, you know, that dash radar unit, and also the fact that, once again, it can haul and it can scout, and again, the articulation on the suspension is pretty dang good for, like, for the type of lift kit that it is. Let's pull you on through it right there. It's not necessarily, like, in need of a winch, but at the same time, it's just nice to have one in an area like this with conditions like this. All right, come on. There you go. Easy. Once you throw some power to it, it's really not bad. It's genuinely not bad at all. And in the grand scheme of, like, getting a dailyable truck that can also, you know, do some work for the shop from time to time, this thing is definitely what I was looking for. Definitely what I was looking for. Got a quick trail right here, too. Let's see how it does making its way up this trail. Now, granted, this trail is not all that difficult whatsoever, so I think what I may do is I may just kind of go across the trail and try to create some slightly trickier obstacles for myself. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, slippery, muddy hill climbs are nothing for this thing. Absolutely nothing for it. What about something a tad bit steeper? Lay the power to it? Dude, it didn't even, like... It didn't even remotely complain, and look at that light bar that's mounted, like, right behind the grill. That is so sick. That's so freaking cool. Now, granted, obviously, we don't need it on right now. It's not nighttime, but, man, that is so sick. Let me bring you a little bit further up the hill. And, yeah, after doing that, I really do feel like this thing is going to pretty much take on whatever we could potentially throw at it. And, I mean... There's a lot that we could throw at it. I mean, it's definitely not, you know, it's definitely not gonna get babied in terms of being a daily. I mean, it might be a daily, but it's still got quite a few challenges in store for it. I do want to check and see how the flex is on this particular lift kit, because I know it's not a, you know, like a flex kit, but, you know... It's not bad. It's really not bad. I mean, and I know that in the grand scheme of trucks, you might be looking at that and you might be going, oh my god, that's like no flex at all. It's more flex than it would have with the tow suspension. So that's actually saying a lot, considering the fact that, like, you have this really nice happy medium. But I'm definitely happy to have this thing in the fleet now, and I cannot wait to use it for both, you know, some fun adventures, as well as, you know, doing some work around for the shop. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this RP, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time.